Hey family, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we are back in the kitchen once again. All right, you guys, if you are new here, please, I would love for you guys to be a part of the family, okay? So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button now and join the family. Also, hit that notification bell so you're notified first every time I drop a video, all right? All right, for all my oldies but goodies, welcome back, you guys. I love you so much. As you can see today, we are getting into some cornbread, y'all. I mean, we getting into some cornbread, okay? If you guys want to know how I make my cornbread, please continue watching. But we're also going to make some homemade honey butter. So, honey butter cornbread, baby, okay? All right, guys, let's jump into the video. All right, you guys, so today we are doing some vegetarian Jiffy cornbread, okay? For those of you who do not know, we use Jiffy vegetarian because regular Jiffy has lard in it, which is pork fat. We don't do pork, so this is the mix that we actually use. You can use whatever you want. You don't even have to use Jiffy if you don't like it. It's just what we prefer, okay? So I have 2 boxes of Jiffy vegetarian cornbread mix that I am going to add to my bowl, okay? I am going to take a fork and break down some of those lumps that you see, that you get when you have a compressed cornbread mix in a box. So I'll break those up. While I am doing that, well, prior to doing that, I'm going to go ahead. My oven is already preheated to 350 degrees. I am going to take a half a stick of butter, which is 4 tablespoons, and put it inside my cast iron pan. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven so my butter can melt. Okay? So while that's melting in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and work on my mix. Alright, so I don't technically follow the box instructions except for the milk. What I have here is I have 3 eggs. I have a little bit of melted butter. I have my cornbread mix, and then my milk. All right, so let's go ahead and get this whipped up. Alright, so what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm taking my fork and I'm just breaking up some of those lumps in the cornbread mix. You want to break those down. Alright, once we break those down, I did forget to mention that I have sugar here. I'm just going to add in about 1/4 of a cup of sugar to the cornbread mix. Then we're going to go ahead and mix in 3 large eggs, and I like my eggs at room temperature. Alright, now we're adding in the milk, and like I said, I'm using the amount that's directed on the box, instructed on the box, which is 3/4 of a cup, I believe. And then I added in just a little bit of that butter that I melted. And here I'm adding the rest of my melted butter. So I melted a tablespoon of butter in the microwave. The rest I added to my cast iron skillet and put in the oven. Once it was melted in the oven, it helps to coat the pan. My pan also gets heated, and then I pour the rest of that melted butter into my mix. I hope that makes sense. All right, and when I pour my batter in, I'm pouring it into my hot cast iron skillet. All right, and then once I get this into the pan, we're gonna go ahead and get that into the oven, which I have already preheated to 350 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and let that bake for about 35 minutes. All right, and me personally, I'm a clean as you go type girl. I clean up as I cook. That's washing dishes, wiping that. It just cuts back on the cleanup after the fact. I can't stand to work in a dirty kitchen. It just drives me crazy. All right, anyway, moving on into this homemade honey butter. I'm using 1 stick of salted butter, and it is room temperature. It has been sitting out, so as you can see, it is softened. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my glass measuring cup. You can use a bowl. This is just what I grabbed. All right, I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of honey. All right, and then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. A heaping tablespoons of powdered sugar, so that's 1 and 2. All right, and then I'm going to use my hand mixer, and I'm going to whip this up. And I think I have I had honey that was, this was a brand new bottle of honey that I had, okay? My 2-year-old got a hold of it, opened it, pulled the plastic white top off of it, and poured it all over my leather ottoman. So that was a nightmare to clean up, but it was still a little left that I just wanted to use so I could throw the bottle away. All right, so now that I am whipping this up, I'm just gonna whip it until it's smooth, and then I'll show you guys the consistency. We'll go ahead and pull that cornbread out of the oven, butter it up, and then get some taste testers up in the kitchen, y'all. All right, you guys. So we have our cornbread out of the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and butter that. That's just a little bit of just regular butter. That's not the honey butter. I'm gonna butter the top of this, and then we're gonna cut it up and serve it up. It's time to eat. And I don't know what it is about cornbread. As soon as it comes out the oven, everybody comes running to the kitchen. And I mean everybody. First, my oldest daughter came running. Then my oldest child, my son, came running. And then my 2-year-old came running. Everybody's about to eat dinner, but everybody came just to taste the cornbread.
I'll get it.
All right, now I'm gonna lather on just a little bit of this honey butter. Nice and yummy, thick and moist. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give it a little taste, and then the younger people are gonna take over. That's my oldest daughter's hand trying to grab the plate from my hand.
Oh my god.
You too tired. And there's my son swooping in for the kill. Was it good? Huh?
Good.
Daddy done. Come on, it's not cake, it's cornbread. And now for the youngest, well, not the youngest, this is my 2-year-old.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Um,
Good?
that's good.
It's good. Yummy, yummy. All right, you guys, that is it. As always, I love you guys to the moon and back. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and join the family. Until next time, peace.